Meeting fans here at the expo.
Good. You know, it's sad when you have to bring them through and, like, you know, they're over here going, sign faster. And you're like, I cannot sign Linda Hamilton any faster, you know, because they're just pushing them through. And me, I just want to take time with everybody. And so everyone that asked for a photo, I'd be like, yeah, and then he'd be going, she can't. You know, I'd be like, so that's hard because I really, like, I'm such a nice person. I want to, and I like people. So to me, every person I meet is an opportunity. And it's very hard to just go, okay, nice to meet you. You know, it feels a little shallow.
What other characters help influence you to develop from the kind of scream queen into a very strong and powerful role model almost?
What screen characters that I played or that I've seen?
Just everything. What really influenced you to develop the character?
The character of Sarah Connor or the Sarah... that was me and Jim and the script, really. You know, I don't think that we sort of... Well, a lot of people will work a different way and say, oh, wow, I'm going to pull a little from that. And I mean, I used to have directors that, you know, they'd say, well, I want a little of, you know, this movie right here. And I want, you know, like, in other words, their only base of being able to express themselves would be like they wanted to imitate another movie moment. And here they want to imitate another movie moment. Me, I'm pretty pure, and you know, I will do all the work and the research and, you know, whatever can be done for the character, but it's really an act of creation. And then, you know, you've got the words and everything laid and the story laid out for you. It's an act of creation. I know what I think that my best gift is that I have a real sense of truth. I mean, I've just got a bullshit meter that is never wrong, and in a way that's kind of good, because then when you're acting, you know when it sounds wrong or it is wrong. I mean, I have a great feel for a truthful moment, and, you know, what is a good film but one truthful moment after another.
Did you particularly enjoy the rapport with working? Because obviously you've worked with Pierce Brosnan, Michael Biehn, Ron Perlman, and so on.
Yes. Well, I love Perlman, of course. I love, you know, I mean, everybody has their different strength and gift. You know, Arnold, you know, you can't not work with Arnold without being aware that he's just one of a kind. He's a monolith, you know, and he's just such a force of nature. So, you know, there's always an appreciation for that. Like, Arnold is a professional. And if he was late on the set, it's because he was talking to George Sr., the president, on the phone. Like, he can't really go, oh, but I mean, you know, Arnold would be on time, but he'd be on the phone with George, the president.
Is there anything else career-wise that you'd like to achieve?
Yes, there's a lot. And, you know, it's the great parts and the great classics on stage. I would probably be happy doing theater for the rest of my life.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love getting on stage, and actually I think I'm stronger on stage than on film.
Do you prefer like live audiences and things like that then?
Well, it is exciting, but yes, and the feeding and that goes back between audience, but also it's a question of the rehearsals and discovering so much about a character, because you get to rehearse from the beginning and go to the middle and go to the end, and you do it again and again and again, and so everything that you do stacks up and is waiting for you on stage the next day. And so it's just like building and building and building and discovering, and, you know, that's truly a satisfying way to work. Everything else in film is just sort of like good luck, you know. I mean, you got to have your stuff together because you're shooting the end first and all of that, but the just the continuity is uninterrupted, and when you're on stage, and that's a brilliant thing.